2 games. Never mind, we are going live.
Whoa. Alright, we got Helheim pushing out here on Survivor. It looks like they're going 3-1 setup right now, actually. So we've got Miro on the shotgun, everybody else taking those silenced Uzis. And it looks like the opening hit is just a 2-2. Going in, nice silent wall kick right there. Spit, gonna miss for the most part, but nice jockey on top of it. That's gonna be a lot of Spit damage.
That's a considerable amount of damage. I mean, one of the big things, like noticeable differences, I guess, between Pro Mod now and EQ is, the amount of Spit damage you get, but that's a pretty sizable amount, and that is the first tank of the game up in the hands of Ramirez. Do we have war rooms for both teams, Kissme?
We have war rooms for neither team, I believe. So yeah, this tank's gonna roll in control of Ramirez here. Miro down to 59 health right now, and it looks like they have a 3 cap. So probably just going to go for rocks on this, trying to get some early chip on that tank. And here comes the hit. Hunter getting a nice sneaky spawn once again. Pounce does land up front. Charger is taken down. Oh, and a skeet on that rock right in front of the in-cap's face. Jockey finally going down. Now Ramirez taking it out to the backside here. Should be avoiding chip pretty well. Still getting a little bit of sight.
Well, it's one of those very early tanks, so not really much action to happen. I guess it is, going to be your traditional rock bleed-out tank. But so far, I mean, they've done pretty good chip to Miro. I mean, he's probably going to be prime rock target, because one hit on him is going to put him slow.
Yeah, they need to get this rock here now, though. 5% on Ramirez. Boomer actually manages to land one. Hunter gets the pounce onto Coach in the back, but these rock timings... Oh! Great rock onto Miro right there.
So there's Rochelle now slow as well, so that's definitely one set of pills committed. They are still dealing with the common in the background from that single boom that went out. But Ramirez, importantly, keeping his first pass as well.
Yeah, definitely good. He's taken about 750 chip at this point, 800 now. But he got a rock off of that, so that's a pretty good trade at this point. As long as he can keep this first pass, this is looking like a pretty good position. They do have another 2-1 right here. Boomer gonna get popped, going in for the rock, really close now. Not gonna land, and now this tank down to just under 5k.
Yeah, this probably won't be a tank they'll look to commit on. He is going to lose his first pass very soon, down to 15% frustration. But, I mean, even at this point now, with just bleeding them down to the second pass, it's still pretty reasonable for this tank, because, I mean, we see this tank on occasion get chewed up without getting anything.
Yeah, definitely so. They do at least have some bleed onto one of the survivors. Going for a rock right here really quick. Not going to land. Nice jukes by Hota there. And SI just trying really hard to get these spawns. This Boomer really wants to spawn up front, but he's not getting anything. Tank down to 6.2. I mean, now he's down to 1,000 health. Gets a rock. They do have a pounce right there. Tank's going to go for it. He's just going to take the punch. But that's going to be just about it from that tank. He's surrounded by so many survivors. And wow. Nice LOS work by Helheim right there. Fair amount of damage spread across the board, but they come out of it without taking an end cap.
It's a solid amount of chip going out in the survivors from their side, but, that's probably, as a survivor, that's probably, a good way to see that tank go away. I mean, no one's suffering an in-cap, and one survivor, the guy who caught the boom during that, getting really lucky as well that the tank punted him over the white van as opposed to put him right beside it so we could get the follow-up punch for the in-cap. It's not bad. They're still in good standing health-wise. Next SI hit is up. It is going to be the traditional 2-2 for the bridge hit. It's still damage potential.
Yeah, they're going to be hoping to land as many of these booms as possible, especially against these higher ping players. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the boom go in last on this hit. Smoker looking for the pull to the back. Boomer respawning. Nice arc boom over right there, and they manage to get a pounce onto Miro. As well as some spit delay, and it turns into a quad boom after that pop. So actually some good chip going out on there. Miro down to 26 health, going to need some pills.
Not bad by any means. That's 2 sets of pills committed by Miro. There is a witch up ahead as well. And, of course, with the high ping as well, all these commons trailing in is just an absolute bother to deal with. Witch is a little bit out of the way, though. She's at the other side of the motel, so the survivors are probably going to run right past her unless they choose to draw her from range.
Interesting, none of the survivors picked up a sniper here. So they're still running 3 Uzis, 1 shotgun at this point. And yeah, no points for that witch, so no point to that witch.
Indeed, so it looks like the survivors aren't going to bother at all with the scout, as you did mention. SI hit is up though, and it is a tri-cap with spit. They do have the jockey and charger for the potential of knocking someone onto that alarm car. Jockey spawns a bit prematurely though, gets chipped. Charger gets destroyed. He does land on Michelle, but there is a hunter going on. Nick, I believe it is, but he's out of the spit.
That was an incredible B-hop charge going in right there, but yeah, that spit positioning just a little unfortunate. They did not get all that much damage out of that hit.
A lot of it is going on to Miro, I notice as well. That's now his third set of pills, I believe.
Yeah.
But it does open up the damage bonus.
Yeah, nobody's hitting damage bonus yet. All survivors still have a little bit of perm health, but as soon as that ticks out on Miro, he's going to start ticking down the damage bonus as well. So all survivors are good targets still at this point into the game. And we do have, I believe it's 3-1 right here, Jockey, Smoker, Hunter, Boomer. And it looks like Jockey's actually setting up to go as they drop, so we might not even see a hit here for a little while. Survivor's still bleeding, of course.
Well, one thing I've noticed about Eclipse, thus far, they're landing all their boomers pretty proficiently. You know, we've seen a couple of single booms during the tank, sure, but other than that, they've been hitting doubles and even quad booms. So it goes to show that if they can land this boom and capitalize on the separation of the Smoker and Jockey, they can actually make something really good happen here. Maybe even a Prodigy Sim damage bounce.
Maybe. This Boomer's not looking like he's got a great setup of spawns, but he does get a double boom right there. Pounce does land. Smoker nowhere to be seen. Trying to pull the Jockey target, but Miro taking a bunch of damage right now. That clear is not coming in anytime soon. Oh, there it goes, finally. And yeah, damage bonus ticking away as well. Survivor's down to 312 bonus at this point.
Poor Miro is catching absolutely everything. The bulk of the damage in every attack thus far, even during the tank, has gone on poor Miro. But they're still in great standing. They've got essentially one more hit to take here unless they suffer a big ink gap. It is a 2-2, they do have the Charger. Boomer's going to go straight in though, get a boom at the back. Charger and Smoker coming from the rear. Smoker's going to whiff the tongue though, and the Charger is stuck there.
They do get a repull though. Charge gonna get one punch before getting taken down, so Super getting some health tick down as well. They took down another 60 points off their bonus with that attack. It's too bad that Smoker tongue got cut by the Charger though.
Yeah, that the repull though, as the Smoker reached the top of the hill, did land him quite a bit of damage on Coach, who was perm bonus as well, so it took away the last Supers. But they do make it in. Team Helheim on their first successful round of Survivor. 252 bonus. By no means disrespectful at all.
And they do they do get the alarm car hit right there at the end. It's a little bit of a flare there.
Sorry, folks. This car is capable of mirror.
But yeah, we'll have to see how Eclipse's team handles this tank. I mean, I would think if they can handle the tank pretty well, they can probably hold more HP through the rest of the map than we saw Helheim do, just because of that ping advantage for the most part.
It was interesting as well to see Helheim opt to not take the scout. I mean, I know the tank was done and dealt with, so I guess they didn't need it for that purpose, but with Miro being particularly handy on it, I'd be surprised to see Dusty do the same thing.
Yeah, I guess Miro was running the shotgun for them though, and nobody else really wanted to switch up.
And he didn't even need the shotgun. Well, I guess he kind of did because there is an SMG limit imposed, but they didn't even take the witch. Miro's trolled us with a countdown.
We'll have to see. I know Eclipse in the past has gone a little bit more shotgun heavy than I think the European teams tend to on this, so I wouldn't be surprised to see at least a 2-2, even for this opening tank. But yeah, we'll have to see. You know, I mean, making a map, even if it's just Dark Carnival 1, even if it's only like 200 bonus, making a map on your away game is a pretty strong thing to have. I mean, these teams are going to have to play again on an EU server, and if Eclipse doesn't have a significant lead coming out of this game, it can be pretty difficult to play on the other side of this.
Well, we are indeed going live. Opening hit is going to be the 2-2 setup, Hunter, Boomer, Spitter, and Jockey. We saw a decent amount of damage go out on the first hit previously, so let's see if Team Helheim can use their pings effectively and match the damage that Eclipse put out on them.
Yep, Super does have the Hunter, and it looks like there's a pre-spawn from the Hunter right there. Ooh, very sneaky. He has not been noticed, even though he's moving back and forth right there. But Survivor's moving up. Here comes the Pounce. Gonna get shut down. The single boom lands though, and Spit gonna be employed. Not gonna get any damage, so we've got a bunch of zeros on the board. Dusty taking a little bit of a common chip.
There's the damage.
And there goes a solo Jockey. Gonna tick up some points as well. Now tank spawning into the hands of Hota for Team Helheim. Dawkins on it with the early chip of 50 damage on that tank.
49 damage. Don't you be giving extra credit where it's not
okay.
due. Gotta be precise with this. This is grand finals, Dustin.
Damn. Tank moving up into position. Actually, good chip going out already. 500 down, and SI not looking quite ready to hit. They have a 2-1 with Boomer, Hunter, Jockey. And Survivors, wow, holding it right at the front of the safe room right here. Not going to give this tank an inch. And here comes the Pounce and the Jockey getting dodged like crazy by Nocturnal right there. That's pretty much a shutdown.
But the Boomer didn't find his spawn. Tank is repositioned behind the hedgerow. It looks like we're going to see almost a copy of the line of sight methods employed by Helheim on the previous round. But the tank has taken quite a bit of chip.
Yeah, Tank moving up awful close. Still on his first pass right here. He might even go second before he comes in to get a rock. These Survivors in an awkward position with a double boom up front. Miro getting popped by Dusty right there. And Tank coming in, swinging like crazy. These boom Survivors need to look out. That Jockey is going for knock. Can't quite find him yet. Gonna get shut down. Rock lands onto Dawkins. And Charger is shut down as well. This Tank getting another punch with the eye ping, but that's gonna be it.
About the same amount of damage in terms of tank damage we saw a rock and a punch.
Yeah,
but we saw at the previous round.
The SI did so much more for Team Eclipse previously. We had, like, the other Survivors were chipped down a lot more after this tank on the previous round, and Miro had already popped a pill and a half, basically. So Eclipse coming out on top right there, but we're going to see how much they can hold through the rest of this map. They only have about a 450 bonus lead right now, sitting at 85% of their total bonus.
Well, not bad by any means. As you said, the Eclipse SI certainly aided their tank with the damage before and after. But I think with Eclipse as they're currently standing, they're in a pretty solid position to power through a great deal of this map. I mean, they know where the witch is. She's not worth any points. They know they can just run right past her. So they know roughly where they need to be now. And I think getting there shouldn't be too much of a problem for them. As you said, most of them very experienced, but we are going live again. Let's see what hit Helheim get. Although I think they are going to miss their final spawn. They are going to have a 2-2 for that spawn.
Reloading.
But looks like Eclipse are taking their sweet time, so the spawn will indeed come up. Boomer goes a bit preemptively though.
Reloading.
Yeah, going for a lot of hops right there. Not really giving himself time to boom the Survivors. Hunter trying to get scratches, whipping a couple of them. And a Jockey landing in spit onto Ramirez. That's a ton of damage.
Thankfully that Jockey was able to recover that hit, because once the Boomer got shut down and the Hunter with those scratches, I thought, oh, this isn't going to be a very damaging hit with, the spitter had nothing to spit on essentially, but spit'll help for my friends, I believe is the achievement.
Looks like, Eclipse does pick up the sniper, putting it into the hands of Dusty, as is sort of expected. Next hit coming up, they do have 3-1 right now. No Jockey, no spitter. So this could be a good multi-cap hit if that Charger can find something. Dusty gonna get capped right there. No Hunter Skeet for him. Charger gonna take the quick charge onto Dusty as well. So the Survivors bonus down to 625 right now. Just under 400 points of lead.
Not bad by any means though. I mean, thankfully the Boomer whiffed, came a little bit too late, did not get the arc on the vomit right. They were able to pop it without actually anyone suffering any slowdown, so it's just the straggling common chasing them for the time being. They're going to get the drop off that and, well, hopefully be able to clear these common down here and prepare themselves for the next hit. Jizz coming in, Hunter looking for that damage bounce, he's not going to get the initial damage there. Smoker looking for a pull from the tree, not going to get it. Spitter gets shut down, but the Jockey does land once again in Spit.
Well, I'm not seeing a lot of sniper clears here yet. I think it may still be warm-up time for Dusty.
Grand final mode.
Could be. Survivors just have about one more hit to take before they make this safe room, if things go well.
Dusty throwing?
I hope Dusty's not throwing. Sitting at 593 bonus right now. A bunch of Horde up here. It looks like a 2-2 setup, but once again for the infected Hunter Charger. May not be the easiest cappers to land in this setup. Nice boom though, onto two of them in the back. So it's up to Dusty and Dawkins to sort of lead their team through this hit. Backing up pretty hard. Maybe they're going to wait for a last capper. This Charger not quite able to find a close spawn. Looking for a tree spawn right now. If he gets that, that would be insane.
Some interesting spawn locations coming up from the SI I've noticed in this game, mostly on the part of Eclipse. One thing I've noticed as well from Eclipse is Dusty needs to stop being so quick on the boomer pop, because he's boomed 2 of his teammates twice now doing that.
Safe house.
Not gonna waste any time today, it seems. And it looks like Hit getting set up behind the safe room. There's another Hit you don't see very often. Smoker Charger coming up right now. Gonna get the pull right there. Charger gonna land and a spit on top of it. Ramirez taking a fair amount of damage as well as Dusty inside that safe room.
That was a very, very good hit. Old school hit, did the work, and as a result, chipped the bonus down quite significantly.
Yeah, definitely so. 485 points, so they're only making up. They're only about 230 points ahead. Which, I mean, a lead is a lead, but Eclipse is going to want to start seeing a lot more wipes coming out in this match. Otherwise, their away game's going to be a lot tougher.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been kind of unlucky so far in the sense of the tournament, whereby when we have had the situation with 4 home and away game, we've always found that for some reason, whether it's luck of the draw, one team, usually the away team, seems to end up with far more points on their away server than they should do. And as a result, the other team doesn't really want to proceed into the next game because if they're that far away on their home server, they're going to be considerably further behind. I think Team France has been the only team that's actually played out in that sense thus far. I think it was Better Pizza, Better Ingredients was the other team that was in the 2-2 scenario.
Better ingredients, better pizza.
That one too.
Yes, indeed. And that's one thing about this scoring system is with the addition of damage bonus, it's in some ways it's kind of like you have an additional bit of health bonus on top of all of the permanent health. So if you don't get wiped, you generally make it a safe room with a bit more points than you do in Pro Mod. So this config really how do I want to say this? It really rewards getting wipes. So if you get a wipe and you survive on the next tap, you will end up with a much larger score differential than you would in Pro Mod in most cases, assuming you don't get wiped yourself. So I think Eclipse is really going to need to start getting some wipes in here.
Yeah, I think it goes to show as well that we kind of have the situation whereby, because you get that little bit of extra bonus via the damage bonus, it kind of dissuades teams a bit from going for that whole, okay, we'll just bait this hit for the next 40 minutes, 3 of us don't have any health anyway, we're not losing anything. Whereby that little bit of extra health, if you do make it to the safe room, could actually count for quite a lot in the overall scores.
Yeah, definitely so. Although bleeding out does not affect the damage bonus, so...
No, but I guess it just puts the SI, I guess, in a bit more of an advantage position, whereby, they don't have to sort of worry about being baited, but kind of go a bit more ham.
Yeah, or on the contrary, you don't have to, I don't know, worry about like getting rushed by 2 survivors that aren't worth any health bonus and not having anything to do against them.
Deploy the turret, go up ladder, get in cap. And that's one thing I have liked as well, is the because of the ability now to shoot on ladders as well, we kind of see this choke point coming up on the 50% mark at the ladder. We kind of see much more variation on that now as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm enjoying seeing that a lot. Dawkins registering in chat that he's officially not happy about being coach.
Oh, damn Dawkins. It's going to be hard for the poor boy. I mean, he's stuck with Ramirez of all people.
Yeah, never a position you want to be in, especially in a finals match. No, I'm just kidding. Ramirez is a very solid player to have on this team.
Could be worse, it could be purple.
Ooh, shots fired.
It's okay, I know he's out there, I know he's listening. He knows I love him. He's a deceitful
Yes,
bastard,
Mr.
but...
President.
Indeed. Oh no, we've been trolled again.
Try to take the one that is baiting in the door, Hunter maybe, and I spit the door. It has been called out, these are the strats for this match. What if nobody baits in the door? And no bait going on right now. Jockey shut down. They've got a 2-2 up there. Wow, things getting shredded at this point. And Nero shut down as well.
I feel the Dusty Boomer Pop actually worked in their favour this time. Not only did it stumble the Spitter into the line of fire, but it also kind of spitted the Hunter.
Yeah, definitely. So that Jockey seemed to have gotten 4 points in there somehow. And they are going quad shotties up in this match. Dusty picking up the sniper right now, but keeping 3 shotguns for Eclipse. I think that's sort of their their preferred setup is multiple shotguns. You know, get the self clears handled and then figure out some way to strat the tank.
Well, with 65% tank, that's not until they drop down the slide, is it? So they've got more than enough time. I guess 4 shotguns is, well, 3 shotguns and the sniper in this case is more than enough that they feel to cut through all these commons and SI attacks.
Yeah, Jockey now set up on this witch. It's gonna get pulled. Coach gonna get the quick crown right there. Dusty gonna get a pop up there, but Charger lands and Jockey lands for a little bit of damage, and Spit on top of Knock as well.
Very quick charges to clear, but unfortunately Knock did catch the Spit on top. I was surprised after the, Coach handled the witch so quickly that the Jockey actually managed to get the latch on.
Yeah, it looked so good after the witch and the boomer pop, but catching Chargers, no bueno.
Never mind, we are seeing a boomer going in for that sack, and we do have a hunter pre-spawned just ahead in the hedgerow. He's going to go for the wall kick and get skeeted. Shot to the face by Ramirez. Charger is going to come in and whiff as well, and it's just the Jockey left.
Whoa, yeah, I don't know about sacking that Charger last. Do you know what choke points are coming up? Helheim? But they do have a Jockey right now. Survivor's pushing forward pretty quickly.
Maybe they're banking more on the inability to M2 clear the hunter.
Oh, nice pop on that spitter by Dusty, shutting down a delay/damage that would have been going out. And now they have 3 cappers right here. Hunter getting shut down. I mean, Hunter going in early, really. I don't know quite what's going on there, but the Survivors now have the rooftop. Guess they're getting ready for this tank.
Reloading.
And they're going to be able to push into it.
Yep, tank up in the hands of Vex. They have some commons behind them. It looks like Survivors deciding to drop back. This looks absolutely crazy. And there's separation onto Dawkins. In the front, he jukes past the tank, takes a punch for it though. Survivors backing out. This is absolute madness right now from the Survivor team, these strats.
That dumpster almost rolled onto Dusty's head as he was backing up.
Now we have 2 Survivors bleeding though. This tank is down to 4k HP, but I don't know about this strategy, to be honest. I think if they were maybe in a better position, pushing it and staying up top could have been better. But I mean, all in all, they executed the escape successfully. So gotta give them mad props for that.
I guess they panicked because the SI spawns, like one of the SI spawns that they killed, probably the spitter was coming back up, and they may have feared it was a boomer.
Yeah, definitely so. We have this tank pushing on some hittables. That sniper has worked him down an extra 1.5k of health. Dawkins kind of getting pushed back onto this dumpster. Gonna get punched right there. Pounce going off in the back. All of the SI back there on Rochelle. Gonna get shut down. This tank so close to dead, but he gets another punch onto Ramirez this time.
He does get that glory final punch before he gets taken out. Really good work though by Dusty, chipping the hell out of that tank as he was chasing people around, and good presence of mind by Dawkins as well. Knowing he was the lowest of the bonus and not really that valuable, he kind of put himself between his tank and his team. Cut the tank's distraction while Dusty just stood away chipping with the sniper, and then all of the SI for some reason went in on Rochelle. We are going to see a boom go out though on one Survivor, Nick in the back. Smoker Pole does go out as well to complement that. Charger is going to come in from behind as well. Spit's going to... What? Wow. That was an interesting attack.
Oh my gosh, that's so much damage onto Dawkins, and that's taking into their damage bonus now too, so... I mean, he may not have permanent health, but he's still worth a lot of points.
That was a very good attack actually. That boomer proxy stumbling the 2 Survivors inside back really helped out that Charger. Got a couple of extra pounds off that and some spit damage on top from Death Spit.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think that charge was going to land. Nice 1 boom going out onto Dawkins. Once again, they have 2-1 set up to follow that up if they wish.
I mean, Helheim are getting in great attacks with their SI, they're doing great damage, but it almost seems, because they're hitting in such, I'm not going to say random places, but unexpected places, it's really kind of messing with their sack order here. They're getting a lot of 2-2s.
Yeah, it's one of those sort of, if we send things one at a time, they never get a free rush of anything, sort of strats, I suppose. And nice skeet in the back. Jockey gonna land. Dawkins dropping down with the knock, though, to get the clear pretty quickly.
Oh, that's not bad. Knock takes a little bit of damage from that Jockey ride, but they get the quick clears in. Importantly, they shut down the bulk of the hit, and not a very good sack order again for the SI. Smoker did die last, so the potential once again for a 2-2. event has been triggered. Survivors have only got maybe 2 more hits to take. Dawkins and Nock are bleeding out pretty badly, but Ramirez and Dusty holding a lot of solid. And here we go, first hit, and here it comes. Boomers does spawn above, goes for the long range arc, does not get it, but the charger does land, and the spit goes down on top of it. It is on Coach. Hunter does land in the front of Michelle. So Ramirez taking a little bit of damage there off his perm health as well.
Yeah, that's another 100 points off of their health bonus, basically, at this point. They are still holding damage bonus. Dawkins now slow, probably going to pass these pills out. Oh, no, Ramirez just going to chug them, head towards that safe room. I don't know about this. There's going to be one last hit here. They've got Smoker, Jockey, Boomer, and a Charger coming up. This could be a good hit. Dawkins going to juke the tongue right there, but he's going to get charged. Nice clear by Dusty with the melee weapon. And that should be the safe room for these survivors.
Should indeed. Poor old Dawkins was getting pounded in the back as he tries to get there. But he's going to get inside. That is going to be a second round of completion. Thank God for Team ECLIP. And once again, rewarded with bonus, 312.
It's going to be really interesting to see what happens on this tank for Helheim's survivor side. I feel like there's a bunch of different ways they could play that. And if I'm Eclipse, I'm not going to be too comfortable with any of them. You know, you never know what's going to get shut down, what's going to get popped. If they decide to push that tank, will the semi-jukes come flying out? Or will they try to back off?
I think that's definitely something which is going to be in the back of Eclipse's mind almost to an extent. I mean, it wasn't really a revolutionary tactic, but it definitely caught Helheim off guard. All of the SI spawns were prepped on top, and as soon as the survivors dropped down, they all had to sort of spawn up quick and clamber in, and as a result, no one really got separated there.
Well, I mean, they did have a little bit of separation on Dawkins, but, I mean, they came out of that tank with, what, like 3-4 punches worth of damage off of the tank itself, which, I mean, for fighting the tank in that back area, I'd be pretty satisfied with it, to be honest.
I think the tank got 3 punches in on Dawkins, and then 1 follow-up punch on Ramirez. But as you said, they got out there with great health, but that follow-up hit just absolutely wrecked them, in terms of bonus anyway. It'll be interesting to see now if we're going to see one of the teams opt maybe to drop down into the room to take the tank, or to take it at top of the ladder. Nonetheless, opening hit does spawn up, a nice triple proxy going out from that boomer pop. And the survivors are indeed going to bait this hit, well, bait all this common coming in before they push outside.
Yeah, definitely so. Maybe we'll see the hit that Helheim was talking about making, where they hit the survivors baiting in the doorway. Nock almost going to get a spawn, but not quite. Jockey flying by, survivors baiting a little bit more. Nock may actually get a spawn now. Jockey getting chipped again, but not killed. Hunter going to get chipped a little bit there. Charger actually gets a spawn. They may have to go in the safe room to keep this Charger from getting killed. There comes the Jock. There comes the Pounce. There comes the Charge, but everything getting shut down after that Jockey.
Couple of little bits of glory damage from a scratch or two, but nothing really significant there. Pretty solid shutdown by by Helheim. They did bait the hell out of it, but importantly to get out of there without, you know, suffering the disaster of bait the hit for 50 minutes and then take 60 damage.
Yeah, definitely so. Nice job shooting everything that came through that doorway.
Right guys, we've got like 3 foot of space they can all come through. We can do this. We've got 4 shotguns.
Yeah, just the whole doorway gonna be filled with bullets as soon as anything pops in there. And Hunter gonna pre-spawn on this witch right now. We do have a sniper in the hands of Super, actually. And we've got a 2-1 setup otherwise with 2 shotguns, 1 Uzi. Which is, again, pretty interesting to see.
Reloading. Reload.
But they have a nice 3-1 hit for the infected right now. Charger, Hunter, Jockey, Boomer. Which I'd have to say is pretty good to play on a witch rate like this if they can make it happen. Mira looking for some sort of a shot onto that witch from the side, I think. Coach also ghosted up in front. 56 seconds until the round begins. And there comes the pull, managing to get the crown up front. Pounce lands in the front. Jockey getting M2'd in the back. That Hunter getting a fair amount of damage. Jockey not getting hit at all by the sniper. Oh, but he gets batted from mid-air.
Bit of style points there, but I don't know, do we add style points for managing to kill the jockey mid-pounce with a melee, or do we take away points for taking 8 shots with the scout to kill it?
Yeah, I'm pretty conflicted. I guess it comes out sort of neutral there.
We'll balance it out at the end. We'll get the books out, we'll do the tallying, and we'll see where we end up on style points, plus or minus.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a reload.
And we do have 3-1 once again with the spitter this time. SI looking to go in pretty soon. Hunter getting chipped just a little bit. Nice pull to the front. Charger looking to play right there, but not getting anything. And excellent spit delay. Look at that coverage. That entire area is just covered by spit.
That is spit you could be satisfied of. So I need to delay them. I'm going to find probably the widest area in this entire map and completely cover it so that people can't get past.
That's pretty good. There's no getting by that.
Left 4 Dead 2 physics, yeah.
No, I did see at the start of the map, someone from Helheim Hota said it's easy to juke like that, the tank there, NP. So I'm kind of thinking Helheim is maybe thinking it'll stay up top and try to juke the tank.
Possibly, but I think it looks almost like Eclipse are going to hit before the ladder.
Reloading.
So the boomer wants to come in from above this this little fence. No man, he's back up top.
Ammo here.
This is going to be interesting.
And definitely so. These SI not even really looking like they're interested in hitting on the ladder. That smoker is facing the wrong direction. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, Boomer just getting ready. Get that boom over the fence in the back.
Although, I guess it looked... Oh, never mind, the smoker is still alive. I thought they were going to wait for the survivors to pass that point, or at least trigger the tank and try and make the run back before they send everything in. Looks like that is going to be the play. They are going to drop off from a different point.
They just all took fall damage doing that drop.
And caught a quad boom in the process.
What is this? What is this plan? Miro gonna get pulled. Sniper not getting the clear very quickly at all. There it finally does come in. These survivors down to half health each. But nobody's slow, nobody bleeding. I guess that's your like, let's really not get wiped here strat.
Reloading.
That's what he meant by no problem. No problem, we'll all take 30 damage each instead.
Yeah, no problem. That's an easy juke. That's a very easy juke to make. Here comes tanks hittable. I only see one out. Maybe he's got another hiding somewhere, but I think he's just got one hittable in play right now, and he's just gone past the survivors. So they're gonna have a lot of room here. Dawkins tank, nice boom coming out from Nocturnal. 4 seconds until round begins, apparently. Punches landing right there. These SI about to come in. Look for this multi-cap. Trying to set up this tank. Tank getting multis right there. Looks like that Hunter is going to get cleared. But this tank still has about 2.5k health. Gonna have 2 in caps. And the last 2 survivors dealing with a ton of common right now. So as long as he can sort of avoid getting picked off. Ooh, wow. This seems like a little bit risky. He's going to take a lot of damage going for these kills. This Charger needs to keep him off of that.
Well, he's having a lot of problems getting this dumpster in there, but it looks like he might actually be able to secure the kill on at least one of the survivors.
Yes, he's got the kill. Oh! No kill onto Ellis. No kill onto Ellis. Somebody needs to finish that. And there goes.
There goes Ellis. But they do kill one survivor off. A lot of damage dealt. Hunter is jumping around. See the scout to get the pick on this. That's 4, 5, 6. No, he's not going to get it. Not respectively, anyway.
I feel like they're just taunting this sniper right now. I don't think I've seen him get much at all.
I think, by British standards, we interpret that as taking the piss. And very well done by that Hunter. By the man of beer. I'm going to say that strat kind of backfired. Never mind, SIR is hitting. They do capitalise on a bit of separation. Get 1 survivor pulled in the front, 2 boomed in the back, 1 stumbled into spit as a result. But they do manage to get the clear, but once again, damage is ticking over. 1 survivor dead, 3 currently shafted of all perm health, apart from a tiny smidgen that remains on Yota, who does find a set of pills for himself. Preserve the bonus.
Yes, indeed, and that was not a tri-cap on that hit. They may be getting one here on this next one. They'll have a chance to get the wipe coming in right here. 1 boom going off on the back, and no, it's a 2-1 for the rest of these SI. We got Dusty on that spitter. So if they can't find an in cap here, it's going to be a pretty rough spot. Skeed at that Hunter. Charger only getting a stumble, and maybe there's going to be some spit damage there, but Coach mostly getting out of it. Taking a ton of health bonus damage though in the process. They are out of health bonus. Nobody has any permanent health. So they've just got 50% damage bonus left, spread across all the survivors. So they're definitely going to want to look to clear out that damage bonus. If not, get the wipe secured here. And we do have a 3-1 this time with the Boomer. Nice 2 boom going out. If SI can find a way to get their cappers in here, this could be the wipe.
Possible tri-caps all coming in, charging from above, jockey from above, smoker from behind. Charger gets taken out though before he gets the charge. Jockey is still jumping around smoke, he gets a pull in the back. Jockey gets taken out. Looks like for the time being, Helheim R&D is still alive.
Yeah, super switching off to the shotgun and getting a... They're just wrecking these SI with those shotguns at this point. We do have Mira slow in the back. Hunter maybe going for this separation pounce up front. I don't know, that gap is closing very quickly, and it looks like there goes the pull in the front. There's not going to be a quick clear on that. There's the pounce, but getting cleared by super quickly.
Tongue-tied.
Absolutely.
There is an in-cap going on in the front. Despot does go down. Rochelle is out of it though, and the Smoker was going ham with the scratches. Rochelle takes an in-cap to Common. Just Nick left up to pick up his buddies, and there are spawns closing in quick. 2 seconds.
Yeah, Dawkins getting a spawn right there. They may just go into safer with 2 people. I would not fault them for that whatsoever. Not that they are worth a little bit of damage bonus at this point. But yeah, now that's pretty much gone. 0% right now. They're fighting for these last 2 distance points. Or maybe not even. They might already have it.
It looks like a wipe might ensue here shortly. Rochelle has indeed though closed the door, so she will survive this. Nick will not be so lucky. He will join Coach and Rochelle on the deathbed. But I think this is definitely the result that Eclipse wanted going into map 2. They've suddenly opened up, you know, a 200 point gap with one of 500 points. Almost 600.
Yeah, so they're only about 600 points in the lead right now. At this rate, by the end of this match, this home match for Team Eclipse, they'd be up by what, 1,500 points?
Give or take, yeah. And with obviously with map 3 coming up and the potential for the coaster tank as well, it seems that teams haven't actually found the optimum place to take it yet since its reintroduction. It seems that a lot of teams like to try sort of holding out, starting the event and holding it out, and then going towards the tank. But whereby the SI do so much damage during those, I think it's 300 and something hold that trickles in at that point. It doesn't seem that a team has been able to find that sweet spot yet to sort of hold it out comfortably and then pressure the tank with significant health afterwards.
Yeah, 300 common is no joke. That's like 2.5 finales or something, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not quite that much, but it's a huge amount.
I'm a reload.
But tank is going to be at 40%, which should be pre-event post-tunnels, or maybe around the end of tunnels.
Oh, that's at the very drop, I believe. I believe the drop is 37%.
Really? Pull going out right there. Charger looking to land in the front, but getting mowed down by the guns of Team Eclipse right here.
I've noticed with Eclipse, their ability to focus fire down specific SI during attacks is incredibly on point, whereby Helheim's major problem at the moment seems to be boomer popping. They seem to catch so many multiple booms that it's really sort of hurting them, especially during tank fights.
Definitely so. Now we've got 2-2 set up from Helheim. Once again right here, Charger Jockey has some potential for damage if the Charger doesn't just get mowed out immediately, and Spitter pre-spawning, I guess trying to bait the survivors maybe into ignoring that boomer.
Come pick me, come pick me!
But taking their time right here. Wow, stumble onto Ramirez in the front, Jockey in the back, Charger coming in, not going to get anything, and Spit behind the survivors. Almost wrecking Nocturnal right there, but he only takes 1 tick from it. So pretty well taken by Team Eclipse.
Charger a little bit too slow on the trigger there. He had the spawn, but he moved out and then tried to spawn and then had to run back, so Rochelle was able to recover from the stumble of the boomer pop. But I believe 37% is the as far as you can go before the tank will spawn above the Tunnel of Love. So I believe this is going to be a drop tank.
Yeah, could be. Will be interesting. Pull landing in the front. Jockey not going to get the follow-up cap. Oh, yes, he does actually. For just a little bit of damage ticking on right there, and it looks like Helheim holding on to a Hunter and Boomer. Definitely good to have the Boomer for this drop/tank spawn, if they can manage to find it. But Hunter looking like he's just going to sit up in the front, maybe try to prevent the survivors from pushing a little bit.
Oh, they do indeed drop. They are going to trigger the tank very shortly. The Boomer is still up. Actually, who is the Boomer? Boomer is Miro. Have we seen a Miro tank yet?
I don't think so. But they probably already know who the tank's going to be. And the tank is going to be Supra. Ooh, low ping tank. in this tunnel of love right here. And here comes, just going straight in on this. That's a triple boom. That's a punch on Ramirez. Gonna whiff a punch right there though. Dusty going in with the katana. Gonna take the tank's attention pretty hard though, and the rest of the SI getting shut down. They have a jockey up who's gonna get M2'd off. Ramirez taking a punch off of it. Another punch. Tank almost dead right now, but that's 2 in caps on the board. Get that shot. And there it goes.
Despite the amount of damage going out, 2 full in caps from that tank, that was a tremendous take by Eclipse. I mean, after that triple boom, I was expecting, you know, a very short work for the tank.
Yeah, definitely. So Ramirez managing to juke one of those punches really helped him because he managed to get pilled. Actually, I don't think he pilled off of that, but definitely helped them get as much damage in as possible.
Well, it's going to gift Eclipse. So a nice long-range boom going in there, very late boom modeling in as well, but he does get the double off that. But it's going to give Eclipse a very strong standing as well for this choke point on the coaster. They do have the scout to try and pick the SI if they spawn above, but at the same time, with no tank to worry about ahead of them, they can sort of take this in its old traditional methods, as it were. They are going to pull the witch though from distance.
Oh.
He does get a punch, and the in cap on Rochelle, and that is going to be Ramirez, black and white.
Wow, that was an awkward witch spot, and the survivors did not find a nice way to take it at all. Nocturnal going to take some spit damage right there, but yeah, that's a full in cap on Ramirez, which I'm not completely sure if that's worth damage bonus points. We'll find out when she gets up.
Well, interestingly enough as well, the SI is sacking most of their hit. They sacked 3 spawns during that, so they only have the smoker up now to stop the survivors rushing up this first hit. They do now have
the charger. He's going to be a little bit late, but he does manage to get the spawn. Going to pre-charge in and almost gets mowed down. Smoker now setting up, looking for some kind of pull, and Jockey going as well. Looks like pretty much everything going to get shut down except for this boomer up top.
Smoke does get the momentary pull, but he is going to get cleared by Knock from behind. And I don't know, I mean, even if the charger did land there, the only one he was likely to hit was Rochelle, and she was black and white. That would not have taken an in cap. So a bit of a botched hit there. Not sure why they went in so preemptively on that witch in cap. But they are going to have their next setup now, and for the time being, it looks like it is indeed going to be a 3-1. Spitter, Charger, Jockey, and Hunter. So good damage potential once again, but they really need to wipe them. They do still have 2 people holding solid bonus, and they do still have 3 sets of kills.
Look at that pre-spawn Hunter, so cheeky. Doesn't manage to land anything, gets skeeted though. Charger getting mowed down as well. Now they've just got this Jockey and Spitter up. Jockey gonna cleared off. The bonus is now down to 457. And dropping from all of these common, oh my gosh.
There are indeed so many common, but there is a proverbial firewall of bullets that follow any SI that follows Eclipse at the moment. They are mowing through Hunters, mowing through Chargers. There is now a Smoker, gets the glory
no. Yeah, that's going to be a drop onto Dawkins. If this is a finite event of 300 common, does the button even stop it?
The button doesn't matter, I don't believe.
Oh my gosh, so yeah, they've just rushed this button, but they're gonna have to take the choke one more time. They do have spawns down for the next 10 seconds or so, so it looks like they'll probably be able to make this cross. Holding 367 bonus at this point. Just need to keep a hold of that for the next few attacks. Ramirez going up front, blocking some spawns. Boomer gonna get popped right there. Charger gets a nice spawn, but falls off. Hunter going in next, and that's a nice shutdown there as well. Just Jockey going in onto Nocturnal for some ticks. And that's the safe room for a Survivor team. 353 bonus.
Well, I think the important thing about all that is, I mean, great bonus aside, once again sticking with the consistency of high bonus that Eclipse has had thus far in the game. There is probably about, what would you say, 400 distance points from that tank spawn and the safe room?
Yeah, it was like 40% tank spawn, so...
If Eclipse managed to wipe with that tank, their 600 point lead suddenly becomes substantially greater.
Yeah, close to 1,000 points, if they manage to make that happen. But we'll have to see. That's an interesting spot. I mean, pings aside, you get too many people with melee weapons up on that tank and shut down a couple SI, and it can be taken down, as Eclipse basically just showed us. So, we'll have to see right now. Opening hit, we've got this 3-1 once again.
And Eclipse didn't even really get any sort of preemptive chip on the tank. Because the tank was an instant commit on spawn. As soon as the tank committed, there was a triple boom that went. But we are seeing the hit going in. Smoker's going to whiff the opening pull. The Charger's going in. Jockey's going in the corner as well. Spit goes down on that. Nice double cap. Dawkins is
actually misses onto that jockey in the corner.
Really? Jockey walking back into it?
No, I guess he wanted to stay alive more than he wanted to get spit damage.
Nick is wearing some expensive shoes, clearly.
Yeah, you gotta respect the shoes. Every jockey knows that. But pretty even chip coming off of that opening head. The next hit gonna be coming up pretty quickly. We've got 2-1 so far. Last spawn gonna be a Smoker. Ooh, Boom managing to land onto one. Don't know how they're gonna find multi-caps here. Smoker missing right there. Charger gonna stumble some people in the back, but they do have a 2-cap going on right now. Smoker in the front, Jockey in the back. Where's Ellis in all of this? There he goes, finally getting that clear up front.
Still though, impressive amount of damage going out from only 2 hits on Super and Miro. So, I mean, that's prime target for the tank. I mean, anyone you can bring down to the point where the tank needs, you know, 1, maybe 2 punches, or at least to force that that kill commit. As soon as he commits, then it just makes the tank's life considerably easier.
Yeah,
and still probably got another hit.
Some survivors in that 3-punch range is just lovely to see on any sort of a tank when you know you're gonna get some quick corners. But yeah, 2-2 right here. Smoker gonna look for that spawn in the back room. Charger coming in. Wow, actually doesn't get shut down, but Spit not anywhere to play on top of it. Gonna just go for a Spit delay up front, actually.
But once again, double boom land. Once again, Helheim are really struggling to pop these boomers. But maybe it's just the ping. But I don't know, for a team of Helheim's caliber overall, I'm kind of surprised to see so many land consistently.
Yeah, definitely. So that one was at least close to getting the insta clear on the Charger, but I still got that damage.
Did that work? Did I fix it?
Apparently everyone wants to show up on my HUD today.
Wow. This shit never happened to me. I use Spectre. Makes my life so much easier because I can actually see the spawns. I'm usually too stoned to actually work out the outline of the SI. Do you see the tank triggered? Spit throws out, but it's just going to be a delay to stop the survivors pushing forward and chip that tank.
And tank, once again, rolling right in. They don't have a boom right here. They have some separation. Quick corner going in. That's 2 punches remaining. And Charger getting an interception right there. This tank has 2 survivors on him right now. They do get the in cap right there. 2 survivors left. Gonna get the double cap right there. Dawkins getting shot at by the in cap. Is this the wipe?
That's it.
Wow. That was so close. That tank is down to, what, less than 1,000 health right now.
Yota went ham. He chased that tank down the entirety of the tunnel with the melee swinging in the back. I'm surprised the tank didn't react to that a bit sooner. But, I mean, I guess he was tunnel visioning on getting that quick in cap. But managing to secure that quick in cap is what's managed to let his SI sort of go ham in the back, get the 2 remaining caps, and the tank can finish off the final survivor.
Yeah, they had a really clutch 2-cap there. The survivors were like right next to each other, and they just barely managed to get that jockey before the other survivor had a chance to clear the hunter over there. So if that didn't happen, that tank could have ended up not being a wipe. But nice job by Team ECLIPS nonetheless. They now have a 1,300 lead, 1,330 point lead, 1,337 point lead. 1 digit at a time right here. You heard it first. Hashtag Kissme+, L4D2, EQ Cup, Grand Finals, etc. Alright.
Thank God you're prepared to go to the extent of going with individual numbers out of what the actual addition of the sum is, because I wasn't even going to bother going over 1,300. That was where I was. That was my cutoff.
They just made 4 more points already, so increasing their lead. Team ECLIPS right here on Survivor side. We do have a 3-1 setup, it looks like, here with just a boomer for Team Helheim. And where is this tank going to be at? 65%, so we're going to see a pretty standard room hit here. Nice pop on that boomer coming out so far. Pull and separation. Nice double cap, rolling 2 caps here is the name of the game for Team Helheim. Gonna get that Charger taken down though. That's a lot of damage.
Very solid amount of damage, and importantly the Charger capitalizing on Dusty at the back there, who was busy zoomed in trying to get that jockey clear, so really good capitalization by the SI. And as a result, tremendous damage off the first hit, especially after such a quick boomer pop.
Yes indeed. Now if I'm in Helheim's shoes here, I'm not thinking we're gonna get a wipe on this tank. So I'd probably be thinking, you know, we're just going to go in damage control. The name of the game is don't let them have any bonus by the end of this. Here comes in a 3-1. Smoker looking for the pull to the front. Gonna get it, but getting cut super quickly. Nice 2-cap landing. All of the non-boom players capped. And that's a lot of damage, once again, trickling in from Team Helheim. Getting all these survivors down into definitely 4-punch range, but at least 3-punch range on a couple of them.
Well, I think one good thing to say about this is, well, there is a witch up ahead. We are going to see Rochelle go for the crown. If she does successfully get it, good old knock, even with the ping, not giving a shit, getting the crown. SI are gearing up for another hit, though they do have a spitter this time, which is one thing I was about to comment on. Charger does spawn, does get the charge in, but that does in fact block the boomer and spitter spawn above.
Wow, what a pop on that boomer as well. Yeah, so just one at a time with these spawns once again. Actually not getting anything with that spitter. Vex still sitting at 7 points right now for his team. But this tank is going to be up before too long. They do have like such staggered spawn times that they basically will not have an SI down for the next year. But this tank is now up into the hands of Mira. We've got a Mira tank coming up. And SI getting their sacks ready. It looks like they're going to hold on to this jockey. Probably going to go in with a tri-cap, I'd imagine.
Pray to arms. Thankfully, as you mentioned, there are 3 survivors who are 1 punch away from slow. Dusty definitely 1 punch away from slow, so he's going to be a prime target for the tank. But I think Helheim really need to wipe the Clips here if they want to stand a chance of keeping this close. I mean, if Clips are able to take this tank relatively flawlessly and get out of here with bonus, the distance alone will, you know, gift them an extra 400 points.
Ooh, nice shot through the wall by Ramirez. What is this? Looking through holes in the wall. We still do have a sniper up on Dusty, but this tank is in. Gonna miss the first punch. Looks like he might be moving in to get a corner. He does get a punch onto Dawkins right now, but this is absolute chaos. Tank going in all directions. 2-cap happening across the room in multi-punches. Is this the wipe? Ramirez in cap. We've just got Nocturnal. He manages to pill up, but he's getting knocked around by this tank. Doesn't have it.
That's gonna be it. Tremendous tank playing. Really good SI coordination. That instant double punch by the tank, putting 2 survivors in the same corner, made the charge's whiff charge just irrelevant.
Oh, wow, Mira with the in-game chat. You are dead, it's over. Get one of those high ping tanks in there, and man, Eclipse just got completely dismantled there. Incredible to see that 2-cap happening at the same time as those multi-punches we were talking about.
Oh, I'm tearing up. I'm having flashbacks from the frag pipe. Good old 500 lerp arms coming into play. Punching you from 4 tables away. But hell, if you got to deal with high ping, you better get some benefits from it, and you know, you can't argue with a tank with semi-truck arms.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have to see if Eclipse can pull off a similar wipe right there. Maybe Nocturnal will get this tank and I'll have even larger arms.
I think it is a knock tank, actually. Dusty was a previous map. No, Dawkins was a previous map. Dusty was map 2. I think map
Dawkins
1 was Ramirez.
map 2. Yeah, I think you're right though, this should be a knock tank. It may seem innocuous, but it could still mess you up.
Boom.
Anyway, the survivor's gonna be moving out here super slow, clear out all those commons. Just as you might expect. 3-1 setup, getting ready. It looks like they're coming from 3 different directions, pretty standard.
Okay, well, if we want to see a comeback, we need to see this boomer get popped. If this boomer lands, the comeback is dead. The dream is dead.
Maybe so. The boomer pre-spawned up top, gonna get popped. Oh
the dream
no!
lives. The dream is alive, people. Comeback is on. We do see the rest of the SI coming in. The jockey's gonna get M2'd and shut down so quickly. The smoker follows suit very quickly after. Charger is just gonna save himself.
Yeah, Charger says, "Fuck that. I'm gonna wait for the spitter."
He's like, I'm done. If you need me, I'll be around the corner, a couple of choke points ahead.
Definitely so. So yeah, so far, Helheim taking a lot less damage than Eclipse did at this point in the map.
Hey, wait, we get paid for this?
We're not supposed to say bad words. You can watch Dawkins stream.
Yeah, true. Nice
never
double
mind.
boom in the back, though. Looks like it is just going to be a sack. There's no spitter, but it looks like the Charger might want to go in on this. Hunter has pre-spawn, though. They are going to hold off and reposition. It makes sense. They do have the Charger. They might as well save for the spitter now that the spawn time is only 7 seconds out.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't have a spit for that. And I can't believe that Hunter got shipped either. That was kind of ridiculous. But spit is live now. Helicopter has been employed. Maybe now's the time to hit. And here comes the SI. Nice charge. Nice tri-cap with the double charge right there. Probably going to be going for the... No, not going for the charger clear first. Pretty good choices of clears right now, but this jockey is going to keep going back in the back. Trying to get that deagle clear, but it's not working out. Whew. That's a lot of damage.
That was indeed a lot of damage. I'm surprised the spitter didn't spit like the hunter or the charger. I don't know, any one of the two cappers that actually landed during that tri-cap would have been tremendous for the spitter, but instead he kind of just spat on Rochelle, who did kind of like fall over because she did get out of the charge. But I don't know, I feel maybe a bit more damage.
By knock right there. I definitely could have had an in-cap on one of those guys, I think. Nice boom. Just waiting and waiting it out, and they get the boom. Nice. Two caps sort of going in right there. Supra gonna take some damage. That's working into the damage bonus at this point.
Alice does indeed get the crown. Miro taking his time just to make sure he doesn't stumble at all, with one of his teammates boomed and completely surrounded by Common, and the rest of his team is trying to help out. I think an in-cap during a witch there would not have helped, and that is indeed going to trigger the tank. Tank is up in the hands of Knock. Come on, long arm.
Yes, indeed. It's ping going down just in time for this tank. Just slightly. About 10
Tank
ping down.
Does have a try. We are going to see Dusty sack the smoker though, probably opting for the charger, maybe even the potential for a boomer here. Long arm tank, plus the consistency in which Eclipse have been booming Helheim.
Yeah, well, plus commons against these higher pings is just very difficult to work through on any sort of a tank fight.
Yeah, plus with the addition of the tank not being slowed down by the SMGs, the bugger catches up pretty quick when you're surrounded by common.
And we are actually seeing 3 shotguns, and actually going with the Mira going with the scout instead of the higher damaging op. I think a lot of players just seem to prefer the scout for how it sounds, if nothing else.
I think the fire rate as well kind of helps, especially in these enclosed areas, because it does allow you to get a bit more chip on the tank, and it is a bit more forgiving as well with moving and shooting. But nonetheless, the tank is in. Doc is going straight for those early corners. He hasn't managed to corral anyone yet. Hunter is looking for the spawn. The SI are coming in. This tank is getting kited, but he does get a punch on L. Whiffs the follow-up though, but the Hunter does land. Charger lands. The jockey's still looking for that lash, but there's 2 survivors, 3 survivors clear. This tank is up shit creek without a pad. But he's spreading the love.
Yeah, he absolutely is. A lot of damage spread right there, but not the wipe that we saw Helheim get. So they're going to start making up points on this map.
Oh, that'll be grace for the comeback crew, which is currently circulating chat. The comeback is on. Unfortunately, they don't really have much to speak of in terms of health bonus, which is going to hurt them. May not even allow them to survive through the course of this event. But, you know, we cross our fingers and we don't like to be pessimists. But a nice tri-boom going out. This is going to hurt. Hunter and Charger looking for the spawns. Hunter is now jumping in. Jockey lands. Hunter takes some 19 damage pounds off that. Charger charges on. And the damage rails it. That's an in-cap on Coke. Jockey catches a relatch on Michelle. And there's still 2 survivors still boom. There's going to be another
That might be
in-cap.
a kill on Supra. That is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. That's a wipe. The comments finishing it off on those last 2 survivors.
Okay, so maybe I was a bit optimistic saying that it might not make it through the event. I was kind of hoping that it needs to make it to the button.
I mean, that tri-boom was really strong, and it was on all of the slow survivors already. So it was just up to that jockey to get that last cap, basically, and the book wrote itself there. So, yeah, maybe not matching wipe for wipe on that map, but at least they, I mean, tank wipe for tank wipe, but at least they managed to get the wipe eventually, Team Eclipse. But I know they would have loved to see themselves make it to save from there with some bonus. We'll have to see how finale goes.
Well, they do have a very sizable lead, still sitting at about 1,200 points in the favour of Team Eclipse on their home server. So finale is about to go live. I think there's a lot kind of banking on this tank for Helheim. I mean, obviously they're not going to really be able to turn it around here, I don't think, and get the bonus required to bring it on level terms. But if they can at least prevent Eclipse making any additional distance on this map, it just makes all the work that they do on their survivor round that much easier going to their home server, just to sort of keep these scores as close as possible.
Yeah, definitely so. I'm of the opinion that, like, Helheim on their home EU server might perform a little better than Eclipse on their home US server. But, yeah, still, coming to this early tank, like, if either team wipes or doesn't wipe here, you know, the score differences could be like the whole story for the away match as well, the second match.
Well, I think the way it works now as well, in by you get this early sort of out of the safe from door tank, and the fact that the other tank doesn't spawn until, you know, the end of the event before the helicopter shows up, essentially, kind of puts a lot of emphasis on the SI to really sort of coordinate their attacks, especially with the re-addition now of the range clearing. It's it puts a lot more emphasis so much on the SI getting good damage with well-coordinated attacks before that tank spawns, rather than having that sort of midway tank which was just able to sort of sit around and bleed the survivors for the first two passes.
Yeah, definitely so. Looks like we have confirmed second match is going to happen right after this one. No time to go to the restroom, just hold it. We're going to go instantly into server. Ready up will take no time at all. Just like it always goes.
There's never a ready up but left it dead. There's never any pauses, intermissions, or anything to slow down the pace of the game. Survivors do precariously venture outside the safe window, which is relatively close to only 15%. Smoker phones up, does not get the instant pull on Michelle. Jockey jumps in, does not get the lash, gets M2 to shut down. Bitter whiffs. And that is the attack dealt with. Did they save a spawn? No, they didn't.
Well save, nice crown. Wow, rushing it. Nocturnal right there. Miro gonna be holding tank again. He has gotten the only tank wipe for Team Helheim at this point, and he's got another one, and he's going for the hittable right now. This is kind of a long run to go for that hittable. Like, you can get AI'd if the survivors go in the side room. We'll see if he can get it in cleanly through this doorway. He might actually have it. Hitting it kind of slow, it's in a pretty good position. And all the SIs sort of lining up to watch it too.
Giving him guidance, you know, it's like driving school. Left, 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 you idiot!
Beautiful hit straight through the doorway. This tank is going to bring this hittable in, and he's still on first pass. It's not even a sniper there to try to work away at him. Smoker going for a pre-spawn right there. Gonna get shut down. Almost killed by the hittable itself. Ooh, this is kind of crazy. I don't know, that hittable's not in a great position. They might be able to get some chip on it while he's trying to work it in. Yeah, as Kissme has noted, going to the side room might be in the cards for them, but this tank not doing quite so well with the hittable as of yet. He is down about 800 health. There's the hittable, that's basically in. Survivors going in the side room. That's a 2-boom. Dusty gonna get stumbled right there, and they are going indoors. We've got Charger Jockey as the follow-up. Tank not quite ready to go in. There he comes. Gonna get a punch right there. Survivors getting multied right now. Dusty gonna get charged. There's a 2-cap. They need to get past this tank, get some of these clears, but they do finally get the clear onto that Charger. Tank still working his way around with 2,000 health. Is this a wipe? This should be a wipe.
I think the way it's looking, this is definitely going to be the wipe. It is.
My word. What a tank once again by Miro right there. Getting multis. I don't know what the survivors' plan was right there, but they all just sort of stacked up on that tank trying to get their maximum shotgun damage, I suppose. No melees to go up against that tank with.
That kind of reminded me of that early tank we've been seeing a lot of on Hard Rain Map 2, whereby everyone says, right, when the tank commits, we'll all back up into separate corners. And for some reason, when someone says we'll all back up into separate corners, everyone chooses the same corner to separate into.
Yeah, that can definitely happen. Honestly, watching that kind of reminded me of like watching videos of Black Friday at department stores. Just everything's rushing that room, shoulder to shoulder. And
The stampede scene from The Lion King.
Yeah, exactly.
Mufasa, no!
Dawkins being thrown into it all. But Helheim is up now. SI taking their time. Nice pull getting shut down. Jockey getting shut down as well, but they do get a charge spit onto Hota right there. That's a lot of damage.
Respectable opening hit, which is going to be dealt with in the tank, is going to be triggered off that. But I think the addition of that forklift coming in just really unsettled the survivors. They were like, okay, it's been a long time since we saw this shit going on. Now it's here again. What do we do?
And we do have a knock tank again, so these tank repeats are the name of the game for these last two maps. We'll have to see if Knock can get the redemption. He's going for the forklift. Gets it onto the roof, actually. I don't know if that's not exactly better. Is he gonna... What is he? Are you crazy? Are you crazy right now?
Oh, Knock has lost it. I like his optimism, but I don't know if I like the positioning of that forklift. He's still going for it, though.
And he's gonna rock it. He's gonna be so low on range. He can't actually get AI'd. If they go into that side room early, he's gonna be AI. Not that that's the worst thing in the world, but this is a fucking, pardon me, this is a fudge-tastic AI tank.
Ah, fuck that, man. This is a balls-up tank. This tank is going, he has to leave that.
Oh, he's not even gonna bring it to scare him off. This is standard tank play then. Bringing in a little bit of a table to try to knock the survivors around with, but he's down to 4.8k. Getting nice stumbles with that table, but that's all he's got right now. Not even gonna get that punch onto Hota. Tank down to 1400 health. They do have a jockey landing right there, some stumbles going out, but oh my gosh, 200 health left. And that is it for Nox tank. Not getting the hittable in there nearly as quickly as he needed to.
Yeah, I think it really flustered him a bit, to kind of mirror a bit of what Purple is saying in chat when he needs a miracle. I think he needs a bit more than a miracle. He needs like an atomic bomb in order to secure the wipe in those situations. His SI did come in, they were pretty coordinated, they did all land, but unfortunately not as close together, and not the tri-cap that the tank needed. The tank didn't even really have a corner to go off either. But that put Helheim in a very commanding position. I mean, sure, the tank did work on Hyota, but they've got more than enough remaining health to sort of last out to the next tank. And that will close the gap. It'll probably take it down to about 600 points.
Reloading.
And that's if they don't even make it, if they just make it to the tank.
There's the stage.
Yeah, that's pretty insane right now. We'll have to see if Eclipse can land some good hits here on the event. Maybe they can pull out a wipe sooner, but this is a pretty strong position. Getting a 1 boom right there. SI coming in. We've got a 2-2 going in. Jockey getting punched around, and that smoker not finding his tongue. We saw some in-game chat during that pause from Team Helheim, talking about going 2-2, not picking up the sniper until tank, so maybe they weren't even planning on making it past that tank, and now they're like, okay, we're gonna strat it out now, we're gonna make this. It sounds like they really want to make up as many points as possible right now, and if they do so, that's gonna be pretty strong for their second match. We'll have to see. 2 boom does land. Nice pounce up top. Gonna get cleared pretty quickly. Charger looking for a multi. Just gonna stumble like crazy though. And get cleared off, but that's a lot of damage coming in on that head.
It is indeed, and it's forced. I think another pill commit is going to have to go out on Yota, and Vex is taking so much damage from Commons now that he's forced to commit as well. So they do still have 4 sets on the stage to choose from, but it's all damage they don't want to take. The bleed out alone is going to force him to commit another set of pills near enough as soon as the tank is up. So, I mean, he's still got a whole pass to play with before he has to be forced to commit. Every time I see a tank working the hittable now, I'm just reminded of that war room. We do see a double boom. The
ooh, nice charge plus. Oh, spit getting
goes through the wall.
Denied by the Midnight Riders stage accessories right there. Wow. But what war room are you talking about for that?
One of both Lexing's latest additions to his YouTube channel. Moby Dick.
Moby Dick on the side war room? I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen that one. It's a really old one. We do see a hit going out. Charger does land the charge. Hunter's jumping around. Tri-boom landed. And a pole going out. Hunter has been dealt with though, and the smoker has since been dealt with as well. So much damage. They don't really have any permanent health to speak of to Helheim, but they're making distance, which is important for them just to sort of keep this game a bit close.
Definitely worth noting, as a difference from ProMob, the tank doesn't spawn on this config until after both hordes have been taken out, so you only get like the second finale tank basically. So they are going to make about 600 distance points, as I think Battle mentioned earlier, if they make it to this tank spawn. And Pounce going in, Charge gonna get shut down right there, and everything else just getting kited around a lot. Not a lot of horde to go in with on this tank.
And there is the tank.
Be okay.
Or on this attack. Tank should not, tank actually not quite yet. Have another set of horde to go through before tank comes up.
Oh yeah, we do. I'm looking for the fireworks. There's no fireworks. Let's try.
Yeah, we are going to be combining the scores from these home and away games for those viewers. We're not initiated onto this home away system, so everything Team Helheim is doing right now is worth so much for the next match. Mira jumping off right there, taking about 30 fall damage. Oh my gosh.
Well, that
But,
4 sets of
otherwise-
pills on the stage has turned into no sets of pills on the stage, and no sets of pills on their person. They're all fully committed now. They have to either pressure this tank, or just bleed until the tank decides to commit and, you know, finish them off with a punch apiece.
Yeah, it is really looking like they're going to survive to this tank spawn though. Hunter going in, trying to get on Super, gonna get meleeed in the back. Jockey was skeeted by Miro, and Smoker getting shut down pretty quickly as well.
Gotta reload.
Well, judging by Super's comment in chat just now, it seems that Helheim are actually not looking to just sort of hold out until this tank commits on them and finishes them. It looks like they're actually determined to make the damn helicopter.
Reloading.
I don't know if they'll make it through with 3 bleeding out on this tank.
It'll be tough for Sal. I mean, even if you get every single shot as the tank commits by the scout, you're not going to get him down low enough, I don't think. But this jockey's been allowed to ride for such a long time. Charger comes in.
That's
Oh,
a death on the
kill.
Super. He was holding most of their health. There's the pause by Dusty. Oh, that is some BM right there.
Oh,
I
the
think
BM.
they're feeling salty after the pause immediately after tank on the opening tag right here. Oh, sorry, bad timing. Ouch.
Oh dear.
Dusty seeming pretty salty with this, but they do get the wipe just before that tank comes up. Ooh, wow.
Well, they rounded off. They round off the first game with about a 700-point lead. 741 points? Am I right?
Yes, indeed. Excellent math from Battle. 741 points. That is not a huge lead. It's under 1k, so this is definitely within the realm of possibility for either team at this point. And we're going to start setting up the next server. Take a little short break.
Yeah.
And we'll bring you guys back the rest of this action for this EQ Cup Grand Finals match.
Indeed. Stay tuned. Kissme, do the entertaining thing while we go and replenish.
Yeah. All right.